Hello and welcome to the 11th episode of the Oracle of Seasons Any Percent Speedrun tutorial. It is now time to take on Dungeon 6, Ancient Ruins. Ancient Ruins is a really tough dungeon in the speedrun to get a consistent time on. There's a lot of RNG that you might or might not be able to do anything about that, especially a button room halfway through the dungeon, but that's coming up later. Once you enter, you want to switch out to your Feather and Pegasus seeds and jump over the stairs and watch out for any enemies that you come across. You want to jump over them and avoid any damage, hopefully. Watch out for these mummies. The mummies in particular deal a lot of damage, so you don't want to make contact with them. So just jump over everything and move along. I tend to use my seed a little bit late here in order to have some extra seeds left at the end of this room, because once you get here you want to move out your Pegasus seeds and grab your magnetic glove and use that to move the ball around. So I already run out of seeds, so I can use this jump over here, but if you still have seeds you can just go straight over the pit and use this ball to get over. You can make that jump, it's the same jump like before Dungeon 4. Again, you want to be on the dividing line between pits so you can actually make that jump easily. And watch out for that guy. And that drops a key, so let me go over that again. You can start opening your menu here already. You can change your magnet to south. Wow, I cannot see anything. Like that, I actually made it this time. You can also kill the hardhead with the ball in case he's in your way. And that's how you do this room. Just pull out the magnet ball across. You want to make sure you don't change directions with the ball when it's over a pit, because it's gonna fall instantly. So that's what you want to avoid. That's also why I like to I'm gonna show it at least. Over here, that's why I like to change directions up here instead of bringing the ball close to me first and then pushing it across. Because then you have the chance that it actually falls on top of the pit. Let me finish this up. You can do your equip back here already, because your cursor is going to be on top of the Pegasus seeds instead of at the start, so you can do that. Grab the key and save and quit back to the start. This save and quit is pretty important because it actually skips using a key. It avoids having to open this key block, because otherwise this spinner up here would have been in a different position, so you would have to circle around through this key block in order to get there. I'm gonna use a seed because you would normally use a seed there. And continue on. Again, watch out for the keys. You can make this cycle, the Armos might hit you. Then you have this 3-gap jump that you want to make. Normally you would want to get that button in the top right. I'm gonna actually make a save state for that, if I can. So the normal intended way is to hit this button. You can do this little shortcut, I guess, and form this bridge to get over. But you can also use the seed and a well-timed jump to make it, and that was not a well-timed jump. That's better. So again, I like to stay a little bit close to the edge, so I'm not dead center in the middle, because then it becomes really tough. Just stay a little bit on the sides and it shouldn't be too hard to make it. I wonder if there are hearts in there so I can stop this beeping. No, it's bombs. Once you make the jump, you go over here, use a seed and switch out to the bombs, so you can blow up this wall. Ignore the chest, it's the trap, it's 1 rupee I believe. And jump over here, and you want to switch out to your shovel and sword to kill the spike beetles. That's the heart, I should grab that. Let's stop the beeping. There we go. And then push the trampoline onto the designated spot. Equip your feather and unequip your sword so your newly acquired item can go in that spot. I can't go back actually. Yeah. So go over here. You can activate these 3 Armos that you used already so they move a little bit closer to the bottom so you can get multiple hits in easier. Also make sure to activate the top Armos so it's walking around already. Then you have the magical boomerang. You can use that to shoot the boomerang into enemies, especially these Armos. And notice that it's also the level 2 boomerang because we actually skipped the level 1 boomerang. The cool thing about the level 2 boomerang is that it goes faster, but also that if you hold the button you can actually control the boomerang. You cannot move while you do that, so once you release the button it will keep going and you can move again. After you finish that room off, you go down to the bottom left here and switch to sword and the magnet gloves. You want the magnet gloves on the style of polarity. You can grab this ball. And sometimes you can get lucky if you release and move out of the way fast enough, it lands on the button, otherwise you have to position it back. Once you do that, you can grab your seeds again and your sword. Kill anything if it's in your way. They can drop hard sometimes, but don't count on it. And you move over to this place. After you hit the final block, you can actually switch out to your feather and boomerang and do a buffered jump so you move a little bit faster. Make sure to avoid everything again. And this is where you are going to use your magic boomerang ability for the first time. You have to go around the block so you can hit the switch. And keep going down. Again, here we have another one of these rooms. Keys can be in your way sometimes. And you have these traps that shoot arrows. You can go down on the left side, and if you jump late enough, you can actually jump over the arrows. And otherwise, let me actually not get back, I guess. Kill that. If you don't trust yourself, you can try to zigzag through them. This is also where you can get your first safety fairy, if I can grab it, yep. So you want to fall down this hole, preferably the right one, because that's the best one, and switch out your boomerang for ember seeds on your seed shooter. Watch out for these spiked beetles again. And you want to actually jump straight away on that first platform and light all these torches in order for this staircase to spawn. Once you get up here, you switch back to your Pegasus seeds and your sword in this time because you want to break these 2 pots with your level 2 sword. This one contains the Pegasus seeds, which is really nice, and this one contains a fairy. In case you missed the first one, or if you have enough health to skip that one, you can grab this one. And you use your seeds and switch back to the feather. Then you have this room where you have to go fast, and not that fast. You can take these tiles, they move you faster forward. Watch out for the spikes, jump over these one because they move you backward. And as you can see, you have a lot of time to make it, so don't be scared of not making it. Just make sure you don't take a lot of damage and make sure you don't lose a lot of speed. Once you get here, open the chest with the boss key and go back, because now you can see this staircase. You want to equip your sword, preferably get multiple in one slash. I got 4 this time, that's pretty nice. And you want to push the left upper block. The other blocks don't work. You can only push this after you beat all the enemies. Then you move on, watch out for the ropes, and jump down this hole. Easy does it, just grab the chest and go back. And go back up the trampoline and hold left. Again, this spot has a fairy, so you can always grab that. You can do a jump slash if you need to. Then it's time for the mini boss. The mini boss of this dungeon is Vire. You may know him from Link's Awakening. He has 3 different attacks he can do. Like this one, he charges straight at you. And that's the most, the nicest pattern. You can easily get a spin slash off when he gets at you. This is the second pattern. He can start circling around you. With a well-timed jump and spin slash, you can actually make it. That's his third attack. I like to do it with my sword away from him. Oh, nice, I got it. So he doesn't get scared early. He wanted to get 3 spin slashes off. That's his third attack, where he just pops in and shoots an enemy in a fireball. Keep calling them energy balls for some reason. Like that. Especially near the end of the fight, after you get 2 spin slashes in, it becomes less likely that he actually charges straight at you. So you have to practice this jump spin slash technique in order to get the hits off. So coming in, you want to just walk through the middle and begin charging your sword to prepare for the first charge, if it comes or not, and keep doing that. You can hit those energy balls if they're in your way. You have enough time to charge a new attack up. And that's how you want this fight to go. If you cannot get those spin slashes off with the jumps when he's circling around you, it can be tough waiting for him to charge again, so like this. And I keep charging, hopefully he charges again. And if he doesn't, then I can also switch out to bombs. You require 2 extra bomb hits in to replace the spin slash. You can do it by throwing the bomb about a quarter circle ahead of Vire. So once he's there, you throw it ahead and then he's gone. That's the backup if you for no reason at all cannot do the spin slashes. Otherwise you just have to wait for him to charge you and hope you get lucky. Alright, that's 2 spin slashes. And like that, then it's over. You have to kill those 2 flying bats. You can jump, or you have to jump to actually hit them, or wait until they drop down. So you just want to jump and slash them in the air. So after beating the Miniboss, you want to grab your pack of seeds again and go through this trap room, where you just have to move right. Nothing special. Make sure you don't get hit by this roller. Wait a little bit. And again, use your seed. Now, this is the notorious button room, I guess. In this room there are 2 buttons. You have a 50% chance to hit the button and spawn the stairs. I don't think the stairs despawn actually, but if you... yeah, they do. I get lucky 2 times in a row. If you don't get the correct button... oh, I'm not changing... yeah, I'm changing RNG. If you don't hit the right button, it will sound this sound and you will spawn these keys. Instead of having to kill them all and try again after that, you can just leave the room and go back and try again. If it doesn't work, you can use the C to move a little bit faster until the stairs spawn and you go up. So in this room you want to be pretty fast. If you are fast enough, you can avoid the last hand. I should have made a save state so I can show the movement. Now I have to do this room again. Yeah, it's a 50-50 chance. Pressing the right button. Sometimes you just get unlucky, and this is also why it's really hard to get a consistent time in this dungeon. Alright, save state. Once you get over here, you want to use your seat immediately and move along the room optimally. You can avoid that second hand that way, so he doesn't grab you and push you back through to the start of the dungeon. Let me do that again, because I want to keep that seed going. So once you enter the next room, you want to switch out your seeds for the seed shooter with gill seeds, so you can gill these hard hats away. You can jump over here and make sure you get stuck over there. That's how I like to do this room, so he doesn't follow you into this area. This area is pretty interesting because you have to hit those 3 switches that swing left to right, or right to left, whatever you prefer. You want to hit all of them at once, hopefully. But sometimes you just have to hit them one by one if you are unlucky. So you want to practice this room. Make sure you have your boomerang under control. You can hit every switch individually, or hit multiple at a time. So going over here, you can hit the boomerang against these stealthos to freeze them in place. If they respawn, then you can hit them again. And push the trampoline in that position, so you can get up here. Hey, hard. And you want to hit this switch. You can hit the switch from over here. You want to aim a little bit in the middle, because it starts on the right side and moves to the left. Once you land, you want to hit the boomerang and guide it towards the middle of this tree gap style window. After that, jump back down. You'll notice that those stairs have spawned. You can go up here, watch out for the keys. You can kill them with the boomerang. So if you don't have full health, please get full health. You can... Oops, my inventory went wild. You can slash this spot for a fairy. If that fairy flies away, you can slash this spot for a fairy. And otherwise you're fucked. So, I'm sorry to tell that to you. So, once you grab that fairy, you can go in with your feather and your boomerang. So this is Manhandla, the boss. And it is his first phase where he has these 6 flower heads, things, that shoot fireballs at you. So you want to hurt those flowers with your boomerang. You want to make sure you don't shoot the boomerang while you are jumping, because then the boomerang will be on the second level, the jumping level, so you won't hit anything. So the main thing you want to do is, you want to get the boomerang behind him and try to get multiple hits off at once. Especially at the start, you can get a pretty good pattern off. You want to make sure you damage them evenly, because after you destroy a flower, he starts moving faster. Sometimes you can get double hits off like that. And you can't shoot through the main body, so you have to take that into consideration and guide your boomerang the correct way. So, after you kill the flowers off, which you have to be careful of, because getting hit by the body deals 1 heart of damage, you get into this second phase where the main body starts running around. Generally, you want to stay in the middle. I usually get on this side because that's where I end up. And you want to hit him with the boomerang 3 times. Don't hit him too fast, because otherwise the boomerang will just go through him, like that, and you will miss a hit. So after you split them up, you switch to the sword and kill seeds, and you finish the boss off by hitting the crystal inside. So, let's go over that again. Why did I not save with the equipped? There we go. First, you want to get the boomerang on the other side, and you can get almost always 2 or 3 hits in at the same time. Also, you notice that I'm walking around him. I try to keep changing my position. Wow, I wanted to speak Dutch. In accordance to the boss, Manhandla. Because if you stay in the top left corner, for example, the top left flower will not open. Whatever you do, it will not open. So, once you start moving around and get out of that quadrant, I guess, it starts opening again and you can shoot them. And it's especially useful to do that if you want to kill them evenly, so you don't have 1 flower head left with 3 hearts. There we go. So you want to keep shooting the boomerang around him, If he moves like that, you know that the top one will not open because you are in that side of the screen. So you can face the bottom one. Nice. Then you finish him off, go to the side, and grab your kill seat. So I really advise to make sure you get that boomerang down, especially your first hit. Can be really useful, get the damage in whenever you are waiting for it. Wow, triple, nice. So the main part you want to focus on is don't shoot the boomerang when you are jumping and keep moving around out of the quadrant of the flower heads that are still alive. Especially the last one. The last one will just not open if you stay on the bottom left of Manhandla. So especially if you have one flower left, you want to go on the same side and then the opposite side of the flower head. So if you stay on the top, the flower head will still open and you don't have to go all the way around the boss to hit the flower head. And this one actually had 3 health left, so that's really annoying. You have to hit him 3 times while he's running around that fast. Again, and finish him off with not a kill seat, a sword slash. Grab the heart container and move on. You can just move straight up right there. And grab the Essence of Wind, I believe it's called. I haven't written it down in my notes. And that's Dungeon 6, the dungeon full of RNG, buttons, and fire. It's a pretty tough boss. It requires a very specific mechanic using the boomerang. It's like Dig Dogger in Dungeon 5 where you have to use the spiky ball. So it requires a lot of practice, and even with practice it can be really tough if you don't get the hits in. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the other videos and have a good time.